The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillies, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop. Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today, direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles!
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Good evening and welcome to the BallGame Blitz TV Sports Network, produced by Worthy Road Studios on the Facebook page of Jackson Christian School. And we're
of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. I'll be your announcer tonight. And, of course, the high school teams covered by the BallGame Blitz Sports Network are Jackson Christian, USJ, TCA, Peabody Football, Sacred Heart Basketball, and we also broadcast these to each school's Facebook page and then archive them on Worthy Road Studios Facebook page. We broadcast all Union University home games, including volleyball, soccer, basketball, softball, baseball. Worthy Road Studios also produces all Jackson Rockabilly baseball and Bethel football. All of our games are archived to Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel. The executive producer of the BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios is Paul Schultze. And, of course, Chris will be handling our broadcast tonight. Please support our advertisers as you get these for no fee at all. And the National Federation charges you before taxes at least $11, and it's either 95 or 99 cents. So these people that we're going to tell you about, like Carlock Nissan, Aloha Pools, Jones Chevrolet, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Humboldt Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Elite Dental, Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, and Deaton's Carpet One are very, very important. Also, our silver advertisers for Jackson Christian are Kenny Sutherland with 5 Star Realty, Great American Sports, Southern Capital Advisors, and David White Body Shop. And again, we'll remind you to support us. And I tell you what we're going to do. We're here at Warner Taylor Field. We're going to take a time out, and when we come back, should be some softball.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5 Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me.
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 Me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
It's the off season, but it's the best season to buy at Aloha Custom Pools. Snag your dream pool now, and we promise you'll be splashing around by Memorial Day. What are you waiting for? Give us a call or visit us at AlohaCustomPools.com.
Why go on vacation when you can live on vacation?
Aloha Custom Pools will help you create your very own piece of paradise, and you can enjoy it every day.
What are you waiting for?
Take the plunge. Call Aloha Custom Pools or visit us online.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me.
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 Me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back here at the field for a softball game here, Jackson Christian. Beautiful setting here. I know Jennifer Wheeler put in a lot of work this morning getting it ready. Lexington will lead off with Holly Bartholomew, and this is a good club. They come in at 8-7, but they are getting better as it goes along. And, of course, the battery for Jackson Christian School today. And let me get all of my lineups and get them straightened out and a few things like that. We know Maggie Kaufman, number 6, will be catching. And I believe Patsy Lovelace, who will be pitching today, she wears number 10. She also can play second base. And we have got a lot of softball to play here tonight. It'll be a left-handed hitter, and I know some of the players for Lexington are very adept at slap hitting, especially the top of the order. They can hit it, they can slap it. Their coach is Mason Taylor, who used to be at Jackson Southside. He has taken the Lady Tigers to the state tournament. Here's the first pitch, and walking up, that one is a little low. So a 1-ball count to Bartholomew. And we'll see if the game changer wants to work today. Sometimes it can be a little ornery. And we'll see what happens here. Second pitch. That one's a strike, the umpire says. Nice shot by our camera crew here. And we are trying to get things in sync here a little bit. Going up the line, but taking for a ball is Holly Bartholomew, the center fielder, wearing number 14. And there's the next pitch, and that one is high also. As you see, she's got good form at the plate. You see a good shot of Lovelace, our pitcher. Kaufman getting the signal from the dugout. Wears the armband. So does the pitcher. 3-1 pitch. Bunted on the ground. Coming up, shortstop over to first base. And the runner beat that one out. And we have to look at the monitor to see first base. First base dugout in the way, and anybody that's in the press box cannot see the first base. 5 pitches have already been thrown so far. This one popped up out in the left field, which is a sun field today. Good catch out there in left field. And that's Moore. And I'm going to tell you what, that is not easy. Moore is just an 8th grader, Kenzie Moore. So 1 out. And a runner on second. Pitcher checks the wristband. And that one a little high. Patsy Lovelace, a junior. And this is a very, very young squad, only 2 seniors on it. Ah, nice pitch right down Main Street. And stealing over to third is the runner Bartholomew. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You can see our great scoreboard. there on all Worthy Road Studios broadcast. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Fielded by the shortstop. Kendall Turner shoots it over to first. A run scores, but there are 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up that was Shay Hollingsworth up there. We got to get our book a little better organized. Got things here a little late. Open stance by the hitter. This is the cleanup lady. Bats fourth, and this is Kinley Melton. Melton catching today. Wears number 27, strong right-handed hitter. The pitch on the ground to the second baseman. Over to first for the 3rd out. Score that one 4-3. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base, and the score at the end of a half inning of play is Lexington 1, Jackson Christian coming to bat. Let's take a timeout.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Back with Jackson Christian ready to come to bat. Kendall Turner, the shortstop, will lead it off. And she'll be followed by Elena Yarber, the center fielder, who also played basketball. Carly Holt, also the post player in basketball, capable of she bats 3rd and plays first base. But again, this is a very, very young lineup. Kendall, Turner, and Elena, the only 2 seniors. Very experienced pitcher on the mound for Lexington. This is Johnson, Lauren Johnson. And this is a good lineup. I wished I could remember the young lady's name that's playing at Austin P. Played for him 2 years ago, had her as an interview. What an outstanding state tournament she has as Kendall Turner, our shortstop at Jackson Christian, steps into the box. And that one right down Main Street for strike 1. I look for Johnson to throw a lot of strikes. She's a windmiller, hits it on the ground to the 3rd baseman. Williams up over to first and got her in time, so you score that one 5-3. First out in the inning, and it brings up the senior Elena Yarber, who's playing center field. Lexington leads 1-0. First baseman creeping in a little bit. Hit out in the outfield, up in the air, back. It is gone. Touch them all, and I don't know whether we're using Spalding, Wilson, or Rawlings, but Mr. Wilson, we need a new softball. And so Yarbrough, and that is a thrill. She touches all of them, and we've got a tie score to add a little color to this. Lena's uncles and aunts all played a sport for me at Northside, and, of course, her and her sister went here to Jackson Christian. Her sister played some sports before her. Her dad, a great athlete in his own right, and the left-handed hitting Carly Holt, wearing 21, steps in. Johnson has thrown 3 pitches, but that one went left center. We don't have the I've got to find out from Jennifer how deep it is. Our field almost symmetrical except for a couple of spots. And we'll remind you that we're in the pitcher's circle. And there's a strike. You do not call it a mound. There is no such thing in softball as a mound, whether it's men's or women's softball. It's a pitcher's circle, or just the circle. Second pitch, a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tie score. There's ones all over the scoreboard. Sun feel, I feel for both teams' left fielders. Here's the pitch. Low. 2-1 the count. Of course, a lot of teams in Lexington using the normal strategy. Third baseman usually is playing in front of the bag for just about everybody. First baseman will be up some. That pitch low, and that's a good place to throw a left-hander, but you have to raise it. As you see on the scoreboard there, Jones Chevrolet and Dynamics and Aloha Custom Pools. It's 3-1 count. And the windmiller brings it to the plate. It's ball 4. And Holt, who has a good eye, walks.
Number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
Number 12, Jenna Tinsley, who also plays basketball, is quicker than a hiccup, will come to the plate. And I know sometimes Jenna has relatives all over watching and not sure they put anything out about this game being on the stream. Attempts and offers at a butt for strike 1. Wind popping up from time to time. It'll be in gust. And there's strike 2. That got that inside corner, and I mean it painted that inside corner. Or if you want to say they drew a little dotted line, they did. Center fielder in more than left and right field for the Lady Tigers. Just missing to the outside was Johnson. She's thrown 11 pitches unofficially in the contest. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 1 out. Holt at first. Here's Johnson's pitch. A swinging strike 3. No one wants to strike out, but if you're going to strike out, you want to go down swinging. You don't want to take that 3rd strike. That brings Maggie Kaufman, the fine young catcher, to the plate. She's really close to that line. Fouls this one off to the right. The right foot just parallel to it, and she goes up about a half foot in front of the plate with that right foot. And that one in the ground, Holt not running. It's kind of like the old Joe DiMaggio stance. Now, a lot of the young people watching this game go say, Joe who? Well, it's the guy they sing about in Mrs. Robinson in the song that came out of the 60s and out of that movie, The Graduate. Here's Johnson to throw the softball. It's on the ground. It's the dribbler. The second baseman will take it. Underhand flip over to first for the 3rd out. But 1 run on 1 big hit. There was 1 left on base in the score at the end of 1 inning of play. Lexington 1, Jackson Christian 1. Let's take a timeout. Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
A fun game so far. We've had a run that was earned by Lexington with the movement on stolen bases and also moving the runner and scoring off of a ground out. Then we've also had the home run by Elena Yarbrough. I want to say that is her first of her career. I don't have the stats in front of me as we've had to move around. Few injuries for Jackson Christian, and that caused a shuffling of everything. And then Coach Taylor was kind enough to get me a roster before and a starting lineup before the game started. And the throw goes down. The umpire says we're ready to play softball. And Lexington will bring KK Simcoe to the plate. Now Simcoe wears number 6. She's playing second base. She'll be followed by Belle Powers and Gordy Mooney. Of course, Simcoe is a left-handed hitter. She also toes that line, especially the front foot a little bit in, and there's the walk up, and you watch the footwork. You want to watch them hit the ball, but watch the footwork, and it's ball one. Now, if you want to hear a young team, Pittman is an 8th grader, Kaufman a freshman, Tinsley just a sophomore, Swift and Moore on the team are 8th graders. Oh, nice pitch right there. Now, Simcoe didn't want to get that one because you want a pitch that you can take it and slap it and go. Sometimes you drop the bunt down. Third baseman in. Great shot we've got there. You see the catcher and the pitch. There it is, right back to the pitcher, 1-3 for the first out of the inning. And that brings up the catcher.
Number 24, Bell Powers.
Actually, Bell is playing first base. Bell, a strong young lady, capable of hitting, wears number 24 over the fence. And that one looked like a changeup then. And a good pitch for a strike. Now Jackson Christian looking for their first win of the season. Lexington 8-7. This one over the second baseman's head, cut off, going out into right field. And they'll throw it back to the second baseman. Shortstop covering will get it to Kendall Turner.
Now number 26.
And a base hit for Bell Powers. That brings up number 26, Gordy Mooney, who is in left field today. And she has my prayers for the sun that's coming out there, just like our left fielder does. Nice pitch for a strike. And again, while you're watching these contests, when we give you a wide shot, check the fielder's positions and how they play each hitter. That one is high. Check the hitters. Some hit with an open stance. Some hit with what I call a balanced stance. Some with a closed stance. That's where the foot is closer to the plate. Here's one drilled up the middle for a base hit. Center fielder in quickly. Yarber goes to second. So back-to-back hits by the Lady Tigers. They've got runners on first and second with one out. And that brings Kaylin Melton to the plate. And she is the designated player. Melton up in the front of the box. A little taken off of, just missing a little low. So 1 ball, no strike count with 2 runners on, 1 out here in the top of the second. Now again, I encourage you to check Melton out. She is way in the front of the box. This one up in the air. Left fielder gets under it, makes the catch. No tag, and the throw to third holds the runner there. So there are 2 outs.
Up next, number 9, Lane Husky.
And that brings up number 9, Lane Husky. So 2 outs in the inning. Husky, a left-handed hitter. And a lot of times she may be batting 9, but it's not like Major League Baseball. Sometimes 9 is very adept at getting on base because they want to set the table. And she's edging up, but a good pitch inside and a tough one to have handled. And you want to get those runners home. Plus, she wants to get on because the top of the order is waiting. 2 outs, though, in the inning. And a swinging strike, 2. She had an idea, and I know the feeling. It's one of those you want to do it, and I guess you could say the best thing you say, an umpire told me one time she offered at it. That's probably the correct word. This one hit out into right field. It's going to get down. 1 run streaking towards the plate. Second runner is going to be held up at third, and it's a 2-1 score, and you've got first and third with 2 outs.
Number 14, Holly Bartholomew.
And Husky gets an RBI single. And that brings up the top of the order in Holly Bartholomew wearing 14, the center fielder. She was on the first inning. She's 1 for 1. My single mark, I circled the 1B, but it looks like a 5. She walks up the line. That one a little low. And I know this young lady from previous knowledge has a pretty good eye. Sometimes I get some real good information out of Lexington from a couple of friends. Say hey to Terry Clement. That one's a strike. There was no doubt about that one. And the hitter knew it too. Thought Carly Holt was going to get up there close enough to introduce herself to her. Second baseman would have been covering. Third shielding her eyes, and in at third. This one is going to be a slow roller. Got to go to first. And it looks like she is safe at first. The run scores. It's a 3-1 contest with 2 here in the top of the second. And that is tough to get players out. She placed it perfectly. We played it well, but you got to really have a cannon to throw over there to get anybody out, even if you – and she made a good throw. Carly Williams up there. Carly flied out her first time up. That one is the proverbial 44-foot pitch, or I forgot how the pitching rubber for Little League Baseball is 46, but that one bounced, and you throw them. I used to throw a bunch of curveballs that would bounce early. In baseball, it's the old 60-foot curveball, or sometimes the 59-footer. That one a little high, gets away, and it looks like a runner's going to score. And that Husky scores that one, I believe, yes. And now Bartholomew is all the way around to third. So it's a 4-1 game here in the top of the second. Fouled off. .29 pitches have been thrown by Loveless. Kaufman catching. Here's the pitch. Close. And we've got a 3-1 count. Let's see if we come down Main Street or throw the changeup. You say, well, we come down Main Street. Well, they may be sitting on that one. Let's see what happens. Nice pitch, but it was drilled to left field. The run will score. That's Bartholomew crossing the plate. Williams on with a single. She's now 1 for 2. And that brings up Shay Hollingsworth, the shortstop, wearing number 1. She's 0 for 1. 4 runs in this inning. It's a 5-1 contest. First inning ended 1-1 after Yarborough's home run. Pegged down to second, a little late, so a stolen base. Of course, as we told you earlier, Coach Taylor has had success at Southside and at Lexington. A little high there. Biggest gap is in left center right now. Third baseman back even with the bag because this is a power hitter. On the ground, though, over to the pitcher. And she disposed of them 1-3. And so 4 runs cross the plate. It's a 5-1 score, and we're going to take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Facebook broadcast.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Whether you're relocating into Jackson or just wanting something new and different, call Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Real Estate Services. He can help make your dreams become a reality. With over 20 years experience and helping over 1,000 families with their new home purchases, there's a reason that he is your new construction expert and home buying specialist. Call Kenny today direct at 731-444-1164 or 731-661-9000. And we are back. We were counting up. And that inning, 4 runs and 6 hits. Lexington leads Jackson Christian 5-1 for Jackson Christian coming to bat. Patsy Lovelace, the pitcher, will lead off. And she will be followed by Kenley Pittman. Lauren Johnson on the mound for Lexington. Brings it in there. A swinging strike 1. That one hit to the shortstop, and she got it. Wasn't quite a snow cone, as some people calls it, but a line drive out for the first out in the inning.
We have batting number 3.
Now, right now, there is a huge gap. If we got one into that left center field gap, because the center fielder is playing, now she'll adjust, but on that last batter, she was playing a lot towards. Here's one on the ground to third baseman. A one hopper over to first for the second out. And this inning is moving kind of quickly. That was Williams, and Williams got a pretty good arm over there. This brings up Kenzie Moore. Hits left-handed, showing the bunt right now. Pitcher has not stepped onto the rubber. Let's see if she draws back. She does. And that one's a strike. That's a good place to throw it inside to a left-handed hitter. Only chance you got is to slap or to use an inside-out swing. And that one right on that dotted line for strike 2. Moore in the hole, 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Johnson's pitch, and the catcher held. That's a swinging strikeout for strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Score at the end of 2. Lexington 5 and Jackson Christian 1. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios and Jackson Christian Facebook Network.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
And we are back. 5-1. We're going into the top of the third. And for Lexington, Kenley Melton, the catcher, will be up there.
Batting for Lexington, number 27, Kenley Melton.
Melton, her last time up, was out 4-3. And we are in the third inning. Lexington came within one hitter of batting around. Pitch high. That's 36 pitch. Thrown by Lovelace. She checks her armband. Pitch is signaled in from the dugout. And there's a nice pitch for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Wind blowing towards left field and has picked up a little bit. Makes it a little cool because we're in the shadows in the press box. Left fielder still fighting the sun, and a little bit of sun fight for the center fielder. Yarber out there in center. Oh, the umpire wanted to, and he couldn't quite pull the trigger. That's okay. I've been in that spot, and that's a tough place to be as an umpire. 2-1. You try to be fair to both parties, and where's the dotted lines and all of those nice things. This one drilled on the ground. Kendall Turner gets the one hopper, shoots to first for the out, and a nice play over there at first. 6-3. That's the shortstop to first with one out. And KK Simcoe, the second baseman, wearing number 6, comes up there. And the left-handed hitter. And she wants to either slap, hit, or bunt. Left fielder coming in a little bit. Right, center fielder playing her to right field a little bit. See Kendall trying to shade her eyes from the sun. Just missing. And if you see our full, when we had the full shot, you saw Carly Holt charging. Second baseman was headed towards first base. And they say that one just missed, so 3-0 count. Let's see if the take sign is on or if they let Simcoe do a little bat work. She hits number 5, so that tells you that she has talent in the batter's box there. And that one is a strike, and you can see you put that hand up there and squeeze it a little bit and pull it down. Shadows overtaking the field. And I believe Friday at 1 o'clock we'll have baseball action here, and that one hits the ground. It's a walk. Simcoe's on and hustles down to first base.
Number 24, Belle Powers.
And that brings up Belle Powers, the first baseman. I believe she is 1 for 1, had a big single, and has scored a run. People on the left side of the infield and the left field are still fighting with the sun probably for this half inning, and possibly Lexington, although they play up a little closer than Jackson Christian. Here's one hit out to center field. Can Yarber get there? No, it'll get to the wall. One runner streaking towards third, and it's going to be a stand-up double. That is Simcoe, who had walked on third.
Number 26, Gordy Mooney.
Powers on second with the stand-up double. And Gordy Mooney, the left fielder, who is also 1 for 1 up there at the plate. Wind has kind of shifted now. It's blowing straight out to center field. Every once in a while it'll whip around. Here's one on the ground. It gets by the third baseman. 1 run will score, and it's returned to the infield. Simcoe has scored.
Number 13,
it is 6-1.
Melton.
And this brings up Kaylin Melton. Melton is 0 for 1. Now she's up towards the front with that closed stance. Now she opens up a little bit. This one up in the air. Will somebody get there? It's in no man's land. 1 run streaking towards the plate. And you call that one a base hit. It is not an error.
Now batting number 9, Lane Husky.
And it is another run in, 7-1. Lane Husky comes to the plate. She is the right fielder. Got runners at first and second with 1 out. Left-handed hitting Husky up there. And had the third baseman been coming, Short was moving to cover third. Second baseman. Pittman was headed towards first. Holt in. This one put down but foul. It was actually went down into the right-handed hitting batter's box. So you got a ball, a strike, and an out. 2 runners on. We're in the top of the third. Lexington with a 7-run lead, or 7-1 lead. 6-run lead. Boy, my math, I need to go back to class. Here's one on the ground. Let's see. Turner will shoot to first, and in time. So fielder's choice for Husky.
Number 14.
That does advance the runners. Kendall making that throw, looks like an old pro over there. That brings up the top of the order in Holly Bartholomew, who has been on base twice. She's 2 for 2. She has scored twice, but that's what you're supposed to do as a leadoff man. Walking up there, that one misses. Has a nice smile on her face. Two out in the inning, runners at second and third. Nice pitch that time. I thought Lovelace did a great job in that one. Not watching the spin enough, it looked like a little bit of a rise ball then. You can tell Coach is getting old, and I'm looking around the corner, and there she walks up the line, but didn't offer. That one just missing. That was close. Wish we were kind of behind. Wished our press box was behind the plate. Would love to see. There's that good center field camera shot that Worthy Road Studios has. And that one came up a little short. They're going to try to come home. And the catcher tried to make the toss. And the run will score, and the runners advance. And it is 8-1. And it's a 3-1 count. 8-1 your score. 1 in the first for Lexington, 4 in the second, 3 so far here in the third. Jackson Christian had a home run by Yarborough. There's the bunt. It's going to be tough. Shooting over the first and not in time, and another run scores.
Now batting number 10, Carly Williams.
So a runner at first, bringing up Carly Williams. Carly's 1 for 2 on the day. Bartholomew now 3 for 3. And you see Williams way up in the front of the box. Nice pitch. Peg to second, runner safe. Bartholomew, Holly Bartholomew, a very good base runner. Loveless got her sign, comes to the plate, and they're going to try to steal third because, again, I told you, she's a good base runner, and she waits, gets her jump, almost tries to put you to sleep at first, and now a runner at third with 2 outs. Jay Hollingsworth in the on-deck circle is Carly Williams, wearing number 10 up there. That pitch a little high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the left fielder, the only one that is still in the sun. That also makes it a little cooler on everybody. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Yarborough wants it. Gets under it, takes it, puts the second hand on it, and it's a fly out to the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. But 4 big runs for the Lexington Tigers, and at the end of 2.5, they lead 9-1 over Jackson Christian. Let's take a timeout.
This is Lee Johnson.
And this is Jason Lockridge from Southern Capital Advisors.
We're thankful for the Jackson Christian family and are honored to help lay a foundation that will build our community for years to come.
Welcome to Southern Capital Field, and go Eagles.
We are back here going into the bottom of the 3rd. And it looks like, and I'm going to double check it and make sure I am right, that Michaela Swift will lead off. And then back to the top of the order, Kendall Turner and Elena Yarborough.
Now batting number 15, Michaela Swift.
Lauren Johnson on the mound for the Lexington Tigers. They have Grice at first, according to what I have now. Simcoe at second, Hollingsworth at short, and Williams at third in the outfield, and right Husky and Beers in center. So we may have some substitutions I got to check, and Mooney in left field. And we'll check all those out and make sure we get them right. Ready for the first pitch from Johnson. And this is number 15, Swift, Michaela Swift. Michaela, an 8th grader, and like I told you, this is a young ball club. You give them time and let the pitching we've got grow with these young ladies, and they'll be good. Nice bunt, but it'll go foul. So 2 strikes. Third baseman over there, Carly Williams, watched it and was very wise and allowed that one to roll foul, because she would not have gotten Swift at first base. And like I said, we're going to check a little bit on the – looks like there are some changes for Lexington. And that one looks like a swinging strike 3 to start the third.
Number 2, Kendall Turner.
Kendall Turner up there. She grounded out to third her first time up. Kendall will be at the front of the box. She's had a couple of great plays at shortstop already tonight. Jennifer Wheeler is coaching third. As you can see, there's one up the middle. It should be a base hit. Streaking down there is Kendall Turner with her first hit of the night.
Now batting number 20.
On with a single. And Yarbrough had the big home run in that first inning that tied the game back up. They'll pitch to her very carefully this time. Johnson on the mound. And Yarbrough crosses up, lays down a sacrifice bunt, advances the runner to second.
Now batting number 21.
And we've got the second out of the inning, and it's up to Carly Holt, number 21. Carly has home run power, hits from the left side, adept at handling the bat. And that one, if she had made contact, we would have been chasing that ball for quite a while. Probably would have been over on Bent Creek Lane over there. And I think that one got her in the elbow. And she'll take first base, so hit by a pitch.
Now batting number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
That puts runners on first and second and brings up Jenna Tinsley. And Carly and Jenna both play basketball along with Elena Yarbrough. Yarbrough will be graduating. Holt and Tinsley both will be back next year. Maggie Kaufman, the young catcher, is on deck. She's just a freshman. And a strike to her. She took over from one of the finest catchers in the area last year. You felt like when you were a pitcher, you were in a rocking chair throwing to that young lady, and she could hit the home runs. There's one on the ground. Will it get through enough? At the shot to first, and she should be safe. So the sacks are jammed, and I'm going to score that as an infield single. Maggie Kaufman has a chance to do some damage. Turner at third, Holt at second, Tinsley at first. There are 2 outs, so forced at any base. And that one a little low and outside. Now Johnson can fling it and bring it, if you want to say it that way. And that's something Lexington, all the way back to the Arnold girls and even before that, have had the great pitching. That one missing. 2 balls, no strikes in the hitter's favor right here. But a tough spot for a freshman. That one is high, 3-0. It'd be interesting if the automatic take is on, if they signal take, or if they green light her. Now, you got 3 choices of things that can happen. It's 9-1. And the automatic take, I think, was on because you could tell by the muscle tone there wasn't going to be any bat movement. And some teams have that rule. It's automatic on 3-0. 3-1. Johnson brings it to the plate. And that one is 3-2. Now, the runners, even though you can't leave like you do in baseball, can get a little advantage, and everybody, the merry-go-round starts right here. Johnson, let's see if she pulls the string or brings it down Main Street. She's coming down Main Street, hit out into the outfield. Left fielder gives chase. It is gone, a grand slam, a home run. We need a new softball. How about that? Maggie Kaufman, the freshman, providing, and that one had some juice on it. A grand slam home run. I got to put GS in here. Fill in all the little blocks, and that tightens this game up. Jackson Christian with 2 home runs in this contest. And against a very good pitcher.
We have number 10, Patsy Lovelace.
Patsy Lovelace, the pitcher, and I know she is most appreciative of the run support she is getting from her teammates. So a big 4 spot here in the bottom of the 3rd. Lovelace would love to add to this. And I know of a couple of people up here that would love to see her put one out of here too. I would have to hold both of them down at the same time. That's a strike 1 pitch. Johnson checks the dugout, checks her wristband. And she's ready to rock and fire. There's one on the ground to the shortstop. Over to first, and that's Hollingsworth to first for the out. 4 big runs, though, on a grand slam home run. And Jackson Christian has pulled back to within 9-5. We'll be going into the top of the 4th when we come back from these important messages.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
And we are back here. Shay Hollingsworth studying the pitches by Lovelace on warm-ups here. She'll be the first hitter. Unofficially, Hollingsworth is 0 for 2. She hits in the 3rd slot. Going into the top of the 4th, it's 9-5. Lexington leads the Lady Eagles of Jackson Christian. And you see the ball thrown down. We're ready to play softball.
At number 1, Shay Hollingsworth.
Umpires have done a good job today. Wind blowing towards left field. And sometimes we got to check the flag. Old Glory out there. Kind of know how Francis Scott Key felt when he had to check to see if our flag was still flying over Fort McHenry. That one a little short. You see that Hollingsworth up in the box. Gap is to left center. Center fielder shading right a little bit. Left fielder straight away, but in some. And this is a strong young lady with an open stance, steps towards it. And that time coming off of it, and she'll be safe at first. That one's going to be tough to score, but right now I'm going to temporarily score it as an error, and we'll review that one to see.
Number 27, Kinley Melton.
This brings up Melton, the catcher. And the official scorer agrees with me that she did reach on an error. I am not the official scorer. Melton with that open stance wanted to take one to right field, and it should be foul. Thank goodness that Chris and Paul set me up a monitor, because some of you all that know we've got a great surface and field to play on, but unfortunately when the dugouts were set, you cannot see first base, and part of right field is blocked out. And this one fouled off to the right for an 0-2 count. Now, when they put this field in, they did not anticipate that games would be streamed on the internet and things like that. So, and like I said, it's a beautiful field, wonderful playing surface, and one day, who knows, the dugouts may be moved. Either that or the press box may be moved. Uh-oh, this one is center field. Yarborough's got to get back on the horse. It sticks in the wall, and, they're going to hold the runners. You cannot get the ball out of that, and they'll send the runner back. Good umpiring. It should be a stand-up double for Kenley Melton.
Up bat now is number 6, KK Simcoe.
And that will put runners on second and third. Simcoe coming to the plate. Simcoe is officially 0 for 1. Coach Taylor does what any good coach will do. He goes out and asks about it getting stuck down there. And it can get wedged in any field. I've even seen them wedge at major league stadiums where it shouldn't get wedged, but it does. And I see Coach signaling over. You can't see him, but I think he's trying to get some other players in. Let's see who is up there now. That's number 6, KK Simcoe. Simcoe, the second baseman. No outs in the inning as she approaches and goes up the line, but it's a ball high. Now, Coach Taylor is going to approach the home plate umpire. I don't know. They're going to have a courtesy runner. That's what it is. And we'll try to pick up the courtesy runner for Lexington and see who that is. Young lady looks like she's got some speed, and this is her first appearance in the contest. Oh, nice one slapped down the line. It's fair. 1 run will score. The second one streaking to the plate. 2 runs have crossed the plate. And that is number 33. That was Becca Halters that scored. And a nice piece of hitting by Simcoe then. Gets her 2 RBIs. Or actually 1 because there was an error. And she is at first base with the single, and it runs it to 11-5. Simcoe on the run, and close but no cigar as the ball bounces up on the peg to second. Runner in scoring position, still no outs, 1 strike to count. Left fielder just doesn't get a break. She's still in the sun. I feel for both the left fielders. A little high, evens the count at 1-1. Wind kind of whipping around now briskly in different directions. Here's one on the ground. Kendall Turner looks the runner back. Now the runner's going to try for third. The throw over there didn't make a clean catch, but I believe it was in time to put it on ahead. We caught it clean, but sometimes that happens.
Number 26, Gordy Mooney.
1 out in the inning as Turner guns another one down. And this is Gordy Mooney at the plate. There's one, a base hit, and that'll get the run in. And that was a nice stroke by Mooney. It's a good pitch to hit, so, tough pitch and a good stroke. That's the RBI single. And it is 12-5. Kaylin Melton coming to the plate, wears number 13. And again, we'll remind you, check the box. She's way up at the front of the box, and that's the way she likes to hit, really towing the inside chalk line. There's the runner going to second. Now, the thing for Patsy Lovelace, the junior, is when they get it inside like that, you got to be a little bit of a bulldog, and if you hit one, so be it. You don't want to hit one, but you got to own that inside part of the plate. Looks like ball 2. Now, Melton's wanting to own that inside the plate. Now, what she has to do, if it's an inside pitch she wants, she's got to get that bat extended and those arms extended and get out in front of it. Sometimes you can use the inside out swing. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hit long. It's going. It's going. It is gone, and we're going to need another softball. A 2-run home run for Melton. 14-5 is the score. Melton will touch them all. Mooney scores ahead of her. And the funny thing is the wind had actually changed and started whipping towards right field. And that will bring up to the plate the number 9 hitter, but a person that gets on base quite well, Lane Husky, the right fielder. She has an RBI in this game and has scored. There's only one out in the inning. 73 pitches by Patsy Lovelace. And that's, again, unofficial, but good pitch. The umpire agrees. And I'm not trying to call the game, and I like what Husky did. If I was a hitter, I would walk my footsteps up there and make sure that I'm right. Held it a little long, and the ball goes high. And if I sound like a coach sometimes, I was, and held it a little long, and there's a release point that you want to release it from almost the same spot every time you release it, but sometimes it just wants to stay in your hand. Now, the nice bunt. Got to come up throwing. Tinsley over to first, and they say she is safe. Boy, that was one of those bang-bang plays, and I'm glad I didn't have to make that call. And I probably stick my big pumpkin head in there, but those of us in the press box, when it goes to first like that, we can see it on the monitor. Only one out in the top of the order back up there, and this is Holly Bartholomew. No, this looks like a pinch hitter for her because Bartholomew's taller. Runner steals to second, and we will have to pick up the number of the young lady at the plate. Okay, we'll sub that in. It looks like 22 Beers in there, and it could be because she did go in the game, and it is Beers at the plate. I do not have what grade they are in. They have been out with spring break at Lexington. I found out why I didn't get a roster or anything, and Coach Taylor was kind enough to let me have a copy. Here's one on the ground. Turner in the hole, and she holds it wisely. It's an infield hit because there's no use in making that throw. .79 pitches. Here comes Carly Williams, the third baseman. Lovelace checks her pitch sheet that's on her arm, smack to the third baseman. Tinsley over to first for the second. That's where you give up the run for the out. There are 2 outs in the inning. Tinsley with a pretty good peg over there, the first 2. Runner advances to second on the play. And now I'm going to have to change my scorebook because they have batted around in this inning. And Shay Hollingsworth, who led off by getting on with an E6. Ooh, nice pitch. And the change up there, you kind of get frozen as a batter because you're looking for that number 1 or the rise ball or something. So a no ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs and a runner at second for Lexington. Shay Hollingsworth up there. This one gets away, and the runner will advance to third. So a runner, that's Beers, Maya Beers, in scoring position at third. One and one the count, 2 outs. Lovelace's pitch, just a little high. 2 and 1. Left field playing straight away. About 5 steps off straight away for the center fielder Yarbrough. Swift towards the line. This one popped up. It could be. It might be. It is. Oh, 2-run home run. And that's Hollingsworth's first official hit. And she has scored, and Ahead of her, Maya Beer scored. It is 17-5. A lot of home runs by both teams today. And this will be Kinley Melton coming up. We're still in the fourth. She's 1 for 3. Patsy Lovelace has thrown 84 pitches in this contest. You really, at this point, would prefer to only have about 60 pitches. You'd like to get out of there with less than 15 in an inning. 20 is pushing it in an inning. There's a nice strike. And the hitter is number 27, Kinley Melton, 1 for 3. She doubled her last time up. This one will get over the head. It'll be off the wall of the left fielder. Moore gets the ball back in quickly. And we've got a runner at second with 2 outs. That's Melton, and she'll get a courtesy runner,
Bat number 6, KK Simcoe.
which will be Becca Halters, is the courtesy runner. KK Simcoe, the second baseman in there. She's 1 for 2 officially today. And that's a good pitch, good call. And that would have been tough for anybody to have hit that one. Nice piece of hitting, a good pitch, and it got drilled in the center. But Yarber with it quickly, gets it back into the infield. Pinch runner holds up at third. Simcoe on with a single. So she's got 2 hits in the contest. This one fouled off. And we're going to assume this is Powers because she's got, and I don't blame her, it's cool. She's got a long sleeve jacket over her jersey. And we should not assume anything. This is Grice hitting. Emma Grice, wearing number 11, is in there. One and one to count. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Simcoe's at second. Halters is at third. Infield at normal depth. Third baseman playing even with the bag right now. Good shot from center field. She did not go around. And again, Emma Grice, if she didn't have the, and I don't blame her, I've got my jacket on too. And all of us in here, I don't know about Chris, he's a tough man over there with short sleeves on. The rest of us are popsicles. Oh, just missing, just towed that borderline up there. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Something's got to happen here. Jennifer Wheeler may be the toughest person in the ballpark. She's got shorts on. On the ground, Tinsley up, shoots to first. Is it in time? And the umpire says yes. So Grice grounds out 5-3. But 8 big runs for Lexington, and they have taken a commanding 17-5 lead. In the fourth, we'll be going to the bottom of the fourth on Worthy Road Studios and Jackson Christian Facebook after this.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back for the bottom of the fourth with Lexington leading 17-5. Both teams have had several home runs today. For Jackson Christian, Yarborough has one. Maggie Kaufman has the grand slam. I've got a friend that calls them a grand salami, but it is a grand slam home run. Johnson still on the mound, Lauren Johnson for the Lady Tigers of Lexington, who came into this contest 8-7. Jackson Christian looking for that first win, but they are 0-3, so they've got a tough schedule. They've had a tough early schedule. You're playing a team that has seen the state tournament so many times in the last 10 years in Lexington that I don't have enough fingers and toes to count them all. And changes, and we can see Coach Taylor, and we'll see what changes. Looks like he's got an outfield of Pollock, Beers in center, Halters is in right, first base Grice, second base Simcoe, Hollingsworth your shortstop, and I believe Rhodes has gone to third base. Dixon catching, Johnson the constant, her and Simcoe and Hollingsworth. They are staying in the contest, and it looks like Pittman will lead it off for Jackson Christian. Kenley Pittman, the 8th grader. And for those of you at Jackson Christian that may be discouraged because you're down 17-5, scored 5 runs off of a very good softball team here. Lexington can play the game. They're well coached. We're well coached. Sometimes, though, it hurts when you're really young. But you know what the good news is? You get better as the season goes on, and next year the young ones will be much older, experienced. And who knows, some of them may go in the weight room some. I know most of them play travel softball and do things like that during the summer. Lexington has a lot of travel softball players too. Umpire says, we're about ready to play. He says, let's go, gang. He's holding it up so he can get his strike ball indicator adjusted. Here's the pitch. That was the number 1. That's right down Von Ryan Express, but a little inside, and so it's ball 1 to Pittman. Pittman 0 for 1. Here's one on the ground. Slow roller. First baseman Grice will take it herself, and it goes 3-U. That's 3 unassisted for the first out, and it brings up Kenzie Moore. Kenzie is also an 8th grader.
17, Kenzie Moore.
Left-handed hitter. Played the fence well a while ago out in left field and got the ball back in quickly, kept a runner from scoring. Again, she'll show the bunt, but she'll draw back. And then she does attempt to put it down. Third baseman says, I'm going to hand you my card. And how are you? She was in there pretty quick. Now, if you can get it past them when they charge like that, you can run forever. The no ball, 1 strike pitch. It's on the ground. It died, but the first baseman, Grice, all over it. And safe, beat it out. Now, that's just flat-out effort because the defense was hustling and the offense was hustling. And let's see if we can get the roster here. This looks like Lily Pierce, an 8th grader that is coming up to the plate. And I think she is going to bat for Swift. Let's see, I believe she's wearing 20. And if I'm right, that is Lily Pierce. One out in the inning.
Now batting number 20, Lily Pierce.
A runner at first, that's Moore. Nice healthy cut there by Pierce. No ball, one strike. One out, runner on first. Here's Johnson's pitch. A little outside, a little high. She's only thrown 44 pitches here, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. That goes back to something I told you a while ago. You want to try to keep it 15 or less and preferably around 10. That one a strike on the end. Tough pitch to hit. Good pitch for the pitcher. Any 10 and 12, when you get out of innings like that, there's one fouled off, raises the pitch count. And the hitter is Lily Pierce. Lily is also an 8th grader. Boy, we got a lot of young 8th graders playing. That one, the short by about 6 inches of the plate. Two ball, two strike count with Moore at first. One out in the inning. Dixon catching now for the Lady Tigers. And there's one that's high, runs at 3-2. You got a runner on first with one out. And you've got an 8th grader hitting. And I don't know if you hit and run right now. And I believe they say that is a K3. We're running after the pitch gets away. Runner advances to second. There are 2 outs now in the inning. Now they're checking with each other. The runner should have been allowed to advance. 2 outs in the inning with the strikeout. That brings up Kendall Turner, who's one of the 2 seniors on this ball club and a really good softball player. And there is a good pitch. That one had some real mustard on it right there. That's the Von Ryan Express. It missed for a ball, but it was coming. A little taken off because it was supposed to be a rise ball, I believe. 2 balls, no strikes. There's that wonderful shot we've got of the pitcher, the catcher, the umpire, and the hitter. Here's the pitch on the ground. Third baseman picks it up, throws it high, but she came down on the bag in time to get the third out. And no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base, and the score at the end of 4 is 17-5. Lexington leads Jackson Christian, and we'll be back for the top of the 5th after this important timeout.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back for the top of the 5th. Lexington leading 17-5, but at one point this game was much closer. It was tied in the first. Lexington expanded their lead with 4 in the second. Both teams scored 4 in the third, and then Lexington had a big 4th inning, batted around, and actually got into the second time around a couple of batters and scored 8 big runs to push the lead out there. Patsy Lovelace on the mound for Jackson Christian. Holt at first. Pittman is at second. Kendall Turner at short. Jenna Tinsley at third. Kaufman catching. There's the changeup for a ball. Yarborough in center field, Moore in left, and it looks like that Lily Pierce, number 20, there's one up the middle, just escaping by the glove of Kendall Turner. She's got good range, but and a nice hit for Mooney. And we may check that. That looked like Pollock. Like I said, not as easy where we are to pick up on some of the substitutions. Melton at bat, and that is Pollock that is on first. Pollock on with the single. And this is actually Duke at the plate. Duke hits one to right field. Pierce wants it. She's got it. And Lily Pierce gets it. So 1 out in the inning on a fly ball to right field. Pollock is still at first. And coming up to the plate. And I don't believe, let's see, we'll check the number. I don't think that is Husky. No, it's Halters. Halters is in there now. She wears number 33. She played out in the field the last inning, and she has courtesy run for people. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pollock at first. 99 pitches so far. This one gets away. The runner will advance to second. Pollock wears number 4, we see. Cassidy Pollock. Lovelace ready, fires. This one on the ground to Kendall, and the shortstop comes up firing. Kendall Turner. 2 outs in the inning. Kendall has a really wonderful arm. She has also caught some in previous years as kind of a relief. This one right down the line should roll foul, and according to our camera, it did go foul.
It's blinking, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of blinked on me. Our producer, Chris, it's been, we've had a lot of unusual things happen here today. Oh, a nice pitch. Nice pitch for the strike 2. Patsy Lovelace, the junior, has 103 pitches thrown at this point. Actually, it's 104. Might count off one. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. If we had a fish net, we could have stuck it out there and caught the ball like they do in the pros. Back when we still had a Little League field here before it got torn down and then some guys burnt the press box down. It hadn't been in use in a few years. Get a foul ball and you get a snow cone out of it. Took a little off of it, just missed. Everybody in the ballpark took a deep breath in. Whether you be Lexington fan, Jackson Christian fan, players, umpires, old coaches in the press box. Just missing, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. If we had 2 runners on, we could say the deuces are wild, but we need one of those little bells to ring like they do in minor league baseball. 2-2 count with 2 outs, a runner at third. This one hit to the second baseman. Pittman up over to first, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 4 1/2 innings of play, Lexington leads Jackson Christian 17-5. Let's take a 30-second timeout.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation. Bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee. If you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
We are back here for the bottom of the fifth. Jackson Christian will have to have 3 runs to keep this contest going.
Number 23, Elena Yarbrough.
And Yarbrough, who had a home run back in the first inning, will lead off this inning. And Yarbrough is officially 1 for 1 because she had a sacrifice bunt. She's showing bunt again, draws back, hit to their fine shortstop Hollingsworth, who guns one over there and got the speedy Yarbrough. So 1 out in the inning. That was a case of 2 great players, one hitting the ball and one fielding it. Carly Holt coming up, our first baseman at Jackson Christian. I believe she walked in the first and got hit in the second. She's 0 for 0. And there's a pitch outside. 55th pitch by Lauren Johnson, the Lexington pitcher. This game will be archived on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Ball 2. Also, any rebroadcast, retransmission, further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. In other words, it's illegal. There's a nice pitch for strike. Holt thought about it but did not offer. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jackson Christian needing 3 to keep this game going. Low, 3-1. Jackson Christian needs base runners now. Holt has a 3-1 count. She's also capable of reaching the fence. And now 3-2, and that was just the old Von Ryan Express, or number 1 down Main Street. Left-handed hitting Holt. We've seen her hit some out of here. Slightly open stance up towards the front of the box. Here's the pitch on the ground. Pitcher picks it up, and as you see, it goes 1-3 for the second out.
Now batting, number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
Jenna Tinsley, the third baseman, comes up trying to keep this going. She had a single back in the 3rd inning. Also is a very fine hustler in basketball. Now, some of these girls may even play volleyball, and there's a swinging strike. Lauren Johnson has thrown 60 pitches unofficially. There's one hit up the middle for Tinsley's second hit. And the game's still on. Maggie Kaufman, 1 for 2, had a grand slam home run her last time up. And again, Jackson Christian has to have 3 runs or the game will end with the 10-run rule. Here's one fouled off, should get out of play. Lexington gives chase. Chris has done a great job producing this game. I'm glad he's having to produce it because every once in a while the monitor will leapfrog on him a little bit and do some things. That pitch low evens the count at 1-1 with that runner on first. That is Tinsley. Maggie Kaufman at the plate, drills one towards right center. It gets over the head of the center fielder. 1 run streaking towards the plate. Kaufman holds up at second and back-to-back hits. And Tinsley has scored, but we still got to have 2 more. Kaufman at second, and Patsy Lovelace, the pitcher, can help her own cause. 0 for 2 today. Here's one drill towards right field. It's down and a base hit, and they'll hold the runner up. But Lovelace helps her own cause. She's 1 for 3 now. We've got runners at first and third. Remember, it takes 3 runs to keep the game going. One of them is already in, so you got to have 2 more.
At the plate is Pittman, Kenley Pittman, the fine young second baseman. Pitch low, gets away. Runner's going to try to score and does so. So that run scores. That's Kaufman. Need one more to keep this game going. Runner at second. And Coach Taylor, who does a great job, comes out to talk to his pitcher. And this is the proper thing to do. He's been through these battles before. These girls and him have been to state tournaments. He had a great program going out at Southside, too. He can also coach football. And he's just telling them, hey, settle down. We got to throw strikes, make them hit. And if they do, we still got plenty of cushion. Knock the ball down, keep it in the infield. Pittman is the hitter. 2 outs, a 1-ball count. Tinsley would love to score and keep this contest going. Johnson's pitch, and that one came with some vengeance then. Swinging strike 2, so it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs. Johnson's ready, just missing. And again, the infield is Grice, Simcoe, Hollingsworth, and Rhodes is at third base. Outfield, Halters, Beers, and Pollock. The runner at second, Tinsley. Or that's not Tinsley, let's see. Fouled off. That is Lovelace at second. She would dearly love to get home. 71 pitches for Johnson. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's low, 3-2. Even with the 10-run lead, lots of drama here because Jackson Christian wants to get the run in and continue to play. Lexington wants to end it right here. 3-2 count. Johnson on the way to the plate. And the umpire pulls the string and says that is the 3rd strike for the 3rd out. But 2 big runs come in. This contest is going to end 17-7. For Lexington, 17 runs, 17 hits, 1 error. Jackson Christian, 7 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. For Lexington, the leading hitter was Bartholomew with 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Hollingsworth had 3 RBIs, only 1 hit. 2 hits for Melton and Simcoe, also Mooney. For Jackson Christian, Yarbrough had a home run. And let me get my stats back up here. Tinsley had 2 hits in the contest. Kaufman had a home run. And the winning pitcher is Lauren Johnson. The losing pitcher is Patsy Lovelace in her first official start of the season. And we'll take a timeout, then I'll come back and recap this game, and we will close it out.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me.
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 Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson, we specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Had an accident and in need of repairs? If you're being towed, make sure the driver knows where to take it. David White Body Shop to expedite the repair process. David White Body Shop has been in business over 42 years. They have factory-trained certified technicians, and they are a direct repair shop for most insurance companies. They make sure your vehicle is repaired to manufacturer's recommendations. Always insist on the professionals at David White Body Shop.
We are back here for a final wrap-up. Lexington wins 17-7, but for the young Jackson Christian squad, I saw a lot of positives, and we had some of the box score a while ago, and the winning pitcher, Lauren Johnson, earned the victory for the Lady Tigers. And she allowed 7 hits and 7 runs. 5 of them were earned over the 5 innings. She walked 1 and hit 1. Patsy Lovelace took the loss, but Bailey Robinson had been pitching and doing some things like that for the team, and a little bit of an injury. And Patsy, who's going to be a very fine pitcher, she's just a junior. And, of course, we had home runs out of Kaufman and Yarborough, and a lot of good play out of the Lady Tigers. Simcoe, Mooney, Melton, Hollingsworth, all of them, Williams. They had we had some great plays too. Kendall Turner played her normal great game at shortstop. And very quickly, let me just go over, since this is a Jackson Christian broadcast on their Facebook page. Turner had 1 hit today. Yarborough had a hit, and she was 1 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt. Holt walked and hit her first 2 trips and then grounded out. And, of course, Tinsley with 2 hits. Kaufman with the big home run. That was a grand slam. And Moore had a hit. And Lee Lovelace had a hit for our 7 hits. And there were 5 RBIs in the contest, obviously 4 of the RBIs. And not every run that scores is an RBI. We will be back in action with the men's team. I hate to say men's team on that because it's baseball, but the baseball team will be playing Friday at 1 o'clock here at home, which will be on the Jackson Christian Facebook, and then archived, just like this game will be archived on Worthy Road Studios. Remind you to support all our great sponsors because you get these games for free. And the director was Christopher Reasons, who always does a good job. Eric Inman, a super cameraman, and probably wears more hats than you can count. Our executive producer is Paul Schulze, and this is Coach Joe Holloway. It's time to say thanks for your time. This time, till next time, good day, y'all.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.